Now want to go to Joel Eisenbaum in the studio, who has a rundown on internet outages. Joel?
Bill, thanks very much. Of course, as more electricity comes back online, some internet problems may actually cure themselves. Your Wi-Fi router usually needs electricity, though, to work. So if you don't have electricity, you won't have the internet, most likely. But if you do have electricity and your internet is still not working, it could be your provider does have line damage in your vicinity. In the Heights on Studewood, the Xfinity guy actually broke out a desk and an umbrella to work on a down line. In my neighborhood, Comcast Xfinity reports in the Houston area, they had 300,000 customer outages Thursday night and told us this morning they've now cut that number in half to about 150,000 customers without service. Now, you can check their outage map. We've got it pulled up here on our giant tablet. You just have to Google Xfinity outage map. Type in your address, which I've done up there, and then you can see I knew that address did not have service, and that's what they tell you. You may be experiencing a service interruption, and in fact, these folks are. It's sort of a north and northwest side. So you go to this map and map legend here, and you can see that when the pot is full like that, it's more than 2,000 outages in the area. And this is the north and northwest sides, which have, that's where we're seeing a lot of issues in general. So that's 2,000 customers right there. That's somewhere in the vicinity of, I think, 1,000 customers, another 2,000 there. And then the Washington Avenue corridor, same thing. So there's still some work to do in these areas. Where this tool fails, I think, is it doesn't really provide any useful update as to when service will be restored. That's what we're all waiting for, right? Xfinity tells us they're working as fast as they can. So what if you were in internet? Let me see if I can do this, Mr. Computer Man. We'll pull up AT&T's service. Some people know it as Uverse. Now it's called AT&T Internet. If you're one of their customers, you can also find their outage map by Googling AT&T outage map. It's pretty simple. Works a little differently, though, their map does. It's by zip code. So typing in 77008, basically the same area, check for outages, and they give you the box. Let me see if I can get rid of that real quick. There we go. And then this one, you can actually pinch out and see where you are. So in the 77008 area, Ella Boulevard up there north to 18th, still some trouble in that area. So the important part is when you get service back, if it's not available, but if you want to try to beat that information out of them, you can actually, of course, don't actually beat them, but you can go down here and at the very bottom of this thing, if I can get to it, it's just going to take 10 or 15 minutes if we have the time. At the bottom there is a chat button. You can talk to them and you can try to get more information, but it's pretty thin. So you're pretty much going to have to set tight. I want to give you one more tip before we go, and that is once you are connected again, and you will be, call customer service, tell them how many days you didn't have internet service, and demand a credit for each of those days. That is your right. Standing by at the giant tablet, I'm Joel Eisenbaum, KPRC 2 News.
All right, we've seen that chat box, Joel, so we believe you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.